Huh. Well, would you look at this garden? It's a pretty big garden, man. I like it. What's going on, guys? Old Man Weiss here. I'm out here in the garden. I believe it's day 91. We're gonna look at the plants, see what I've probably done wrong. Maybe over fertilized, maybe under fertilized. I got some stuff to figure that out here in a minute. But let's take a look. I got to trim some of these acorn squash plants I got over here. So yeah, let's get to it, guys. You know how I do. All right, guys, so for a while, you know, this is my first year really gardening. I thought we had some type of cantaloupe and stuff coming up. Well, come to turn out, it's in the same family, but it's a squash. This is an acorn squash. I cut one open yesterday with my mom, figure out what was going on with it. We gotta let them set up a little bit longer, get a little bit more ripe, but all the signs of them seem like they're growing good. I got one growing on down here. You got one growing on right here. Oh yeah, we got one growing on right here. I have one growing on down here. And I have one growing on down here. And my mother planted like 3 of these. Well, I planted them. She planted some. Don't know who planted. We planted too much. Because I believe this is the same thing right here. But it could be butternut squash also, because where's it at? No, it's probably acorn squash. It's more rounded. So I'm going through trying to find stuff like that. We had some rain and water tanks are filled up. I have to get a battery for the irrigation system because I got the RV fixed. Please check out the video of me fixing the RV. It will help me out a lot on my watch time to get my hours and everything up. Please watch it. Just play it while you're doing something and listen to it. Don't even have to watch it. Just let it play or something. I'd appreciate it. But we got this green pepper plant. It's got one decent sized green pepper right here. And I keep getting the blossom end rot. So I don't know if I need to water more. In the past couple years, I fell out of touch with a lot of stuff, I've realized. So I have to get back into treatments on plants, diseases and stuff like that. I have this I'm about to pull right now. But I also have this one. Let me get a better view. I have this one coming on right here. So I give that about another 4 or 5 days and that'll be ready to go. As you can tell, I'm stepping through a jungle trying to get back to stuff and trying to get it I think this will be the 4th or 5th one we've harvested. I know I can just snap these off, but last time, let me look at where I snap. Well, maybe I can. I mean, the plants look good. That's one I just snapped off, but if I can pre-cut it, it snaps off just fine. Either way, there's always a chance for disease to form. But I'll take this inside, get it cut up. We're gonna get vacuum seals, and I gotta get cans this week. That way we can cut this stuff and start canning it. I gotta figure out some recipes, or if the restaurant can use them up there, I'll start growing more of these and they can use them on their daily routine if I can supply them enough. It's going to be a process figuring out what I'm going to do in the next couple years with the garden and stuff, but I have a long-term process in my head. It's just bad at getting out. I work with my hands, so my actions are my words, basically. But my actions is growing in life, and you see it right here, so I'm trying. But yeah, I got this, my pepper plants. This tomato plant is a voluntary, and it's made me mad because it's coming up and it's starting to produce. I've had this pepper plant right here I've had this pepper plant right here planted for about 3 months, and now in the last week it's really shown more growth and potential. I sprayed fungicide on it, so I'm pretty sure it had a root disease, and that's why it's getting better. But if this is one of the small little purple tomatoes, it's gonna get ripped out. But I think it's full-size tomatoes like these. These are Golden Girls, so I got to pull this one. I'll do that right now, actually. This one's, well, let me get a better angle for you guys. You can see it's pretty much ripe. This one I'll wait till tomorrow morning. This one will be tomorrow afternoon probably. I could pull this one too. You see, we had rain. If you guys can see, we had rain, and there's stress cracks right here from where it grew. So I'm gonna pull that because it's ripe. But yeah, it's actually, when I reached down, I noticed this one too. It also has it, and this one has a little bit of stretch marks, but we love the stretch marks because that shows it's growing. I believe this is spaghetti squash, or maybe a watermelon, I don't know. We have muskmelon growing on right here. We got another one growing on down in here. She's a looker, ain't she? Should have grabbed my basket. Let me set these down. Grab them here in a minute or two. This watermelon plant's really taking off. I like it. Gotta do some stuff about it, but it's taking off. Might need more water the way it's looking down there. Probably stepped on it. Either some, I believe this is another type of spaghetti squash, or could be a watermelon. We'll figure it out in the next 10 days probably. Tomato plant, man, I don't know. It's doing better since I sprayed fungicide on it. All the old leaves, I know I'm rough on my plants, but They have to be able to justify stuff. Harvest might be bad, but if they can't survive it, I'm doing something wrong. We should have better soil and stuff. But, I mean, it's probably some of me being a little lax on watering. The soil, I'll stick my finger. I mean, it's got some moisture in it, but it could use more. And it watered yesterday afternoon, so I'll have to get some water on it today. I'll go through and hand water all these. Hungarian wax pepper, no blooms on it. There's a bunch of flies in this corn right here. It's the only plant that has it. I don't know what's going on with it. I'm about to rip it out. It's some type of disease or something. Unless the insecticide I sprayed killed them. That's the only thing I can think. You got a marigold. One thing I have out here that's, well, two things I have out here that's not food related. Other one I'm not showing on YouTube. Muskmelon. This one's growing good. Got another one right here. Get down in there. We have little baby one trying to come on. It might not take right there. This one here next week will be ripe. Maybe in the next couple days, to be honest. This one's growing bigger. Seems to be growing good. We got one right here. It'll be ripe within the next week or so. This one, it's gonna have about another, I'd say 2 to 3 weeks on it, and it'll be ripe. But as you can see, we got blooms on them, so they're still producing. So I figured I gotta water this definitely. It's starting to struggle. You see the leaves are wilted down. But I want to count the tomato plants. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Sorry for a train. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21. That's what it's like living next to a railroad tracks. There used to actually be a railroad, like 2 or 3 of them running through right here, like big tracks. Used to have a train station and everything around here. It used to be a big hub for a lot of factories and stuff back in the early 1900s. We have Whirlpool, the biggest washing machine plant here. And I'd say 90% of my family has worked for them. So, you know, I've always been an oddball. I've always been one to do shit that everybody doesn't do all the time, but we got to bring old values back, like growing your own food and making a living for yourself, doing stuff you like to do that you're passionate about, because the world has messed that view up. But sorry for that little rant right there, but yeah, cauliflower, I would say here in a couple days I'm probably gonna have to pick that. The purplish is turning back, you know, turning to its whitish color, so I'm thinking they're about ready. There are some small cherry tomatoes in here. You got these onions, they've started taking off. I'm not sure what we did wrong with how we fly going around, how we planted our soil and everything, but I'm not sure how we went wrong with planting some of the stuff we did, but our soil mixture's all off. So today, you know, I had this bucket sitting here and I was throwing my dead clippings, I was throwing dirt in there, chopping it up with the shovel, stirring it up, starting compost. Well, I have my old water barrel right here. So there's a lot of dead vegetation and stuff under there. You can feel the heat of everything decomposing. So I've been throwing everything in here. I'm gonna be getting some coffee grindings from the store over there, at least a couple. I think it will help the soil content a lot. It's not a whole lot, and I want to get a rotating one so I don't have to keep going in there and mixing it around, because this is definitely only going to fill up 2 or 3 beds. I mean, it's not, I'm gonna have to amend the soil here, but this would be for new beds, or to top dress the old ones. So it won't really help a lot, but it's a start to a compost. I got my water bins, and I am getting another big water container like this for over here. It'll be about another month, so it'll be more for next year's season, but I'll still be using some of it this year. I have been getting a lot of black-eyed peas coming off also. Came out here and picked them today. This is, well, that was my crappy picking. That was the end of one of them, but they've been getting pretty thick around. We got these hillbilly tomatoes right here. They're getting, I guess, yeah, they're fine. That's fine. It just should, this one should, and this thing's gigantic. I mean, I don't have small hands. I don't have real big ones either, but they're not small. And it takes up my hand. That's a pretty big tomato. And it's got more blooms and stuff growing on, so we'll see how that does. These pepper plants, man, I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing with them. I don't know. I fertilized them a little bit more yesterday, and I gotta water them here in a little bit. I know my watering cycle could probably be bumped up a little bit more a day. So I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to start watering 3 times a day like I was when I first started gardening, because I feel like that's what's got it this big. So I'll figure that out. But thank you guys for watching. Like, seriously, you guys have about got me to 300 subscribers. Please watch more. I'll appreciate it. I'm trying to do more long form content. That way I can get my watch hours up and everything, and give you guys some more in-depth content, and let you guys actually realize how my brain works. Like, I have to put this lid on here right now just because I seen it. But yeah, a little bit of ADHD, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's all messed up, but trying our best. That's all you can do. Live your life. But please like and subscribe and share my videos. Show somebody that would like to watch this. Might laugh about how goofy I might be, or laugh at me. I don't care. I don't give a shit about anybody's opinion. So but thank you guys for watching. I love you. Care about yours though. And have a good Sunday. Yep, have a good day.